I'm going to give you 17 questions that I actually ask my patients when I am assessing them for ADHD. Please keep in mind that you cannot diagnose yourself with ADHD just based on these questions. ADHD symptoms can overlap with a lot of other mental health issues and also with just normal human experience. So if this is something that resonates with you, doesn't automatically mean you have ADHD, just means maybe it's worth talking with your doctor or therapist. Here are the 17 questions I ask. Number 1, do you have trouble focusing or find yourself daydreaming often? Number 2, do you often find that you are restless and have trouble sitting still? Number 3, do you find yourself constantly tapping your foot, bouncing your leg, twirling your hair, picking at your cuticles? Number 4, no matter how hard you try, do you find yourself constantly being late, or are you excessively early because you're so afraid of being late? Number 5, do you have a hard time estimating how long it's going to take you to complete a task, even if it's a task that you do fairly often? Number 6, do you find yourself embarrassed by how disorganized or messy your home or office space is? Number 7, do you have a really hard time organizing things at the beginning of a project? So for example, outlining a paper before you start writing. Number 8, do you have difficulty completing one task at a time? Number 9, do you find that it's difficult for you to relax or wind down even if you do have free time? Number 10, do you find you have trouble sleeping, either falling asleep or staying asleep because you can't turn your mind off? Number 11, do you find yourself struggling with overeating, forgetting to eat regularly, compulsively eating the same foods over and over again, or binge eating? When you're taking an exam, do you find that you tend to do pretty well on the more complicated questions, but then when it comes to the straightforward, easier questions, you end up making careless mistakes? Number 13, do you have trouble throwing things away, so you end up keeping a lot of extra stuff you maybe don't need by default? Number 14, do you find that you're frequently losing essential everyday items like your wallet, keys, phone, etc.? Number 15, do you feel that you are especially sensitive to criticism or rejection from other people? Number 16, do you find that you have trouble with things that require moving your body in space? So this may look like being more clumsy than the average person and showing up with bruises that you have no idea how they got there, or even getting into more frequent car accidents than the average person. And finally, number 17, do you find that you often feel overwhelmed in loud and busy environments? So those are some of the most common questions that I ask. There are so many other nuanced questions and topics that come up when we're discussing ADHD during an evaluation. So definitely something to talk with your doctor or therapist about if you're worried, but I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.